The Companion, an association of Muslim men in business and the profession, has carved a niche for picking topics on topical issues. This year's topic is not an exception, as the issue of food security affects all and sundry, as their fourth national discourse. Sunday, 14th of July, University of Lagos, JF Ade Ajayi Main Auditorium played host to eminent guests with the theme Food Security, Unleashing Nigeria's National Potential for Self-Sufficiency. The event was anchored by Suleiman Alede, a TV personality, and ably assisted by Jamal Sheikh. The opening prayer by Dr. Khalid Adekoya before the main lecture of Professor Latif Sani, who gave a preamble on food security in Nigeria.
A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. All praises and adoration belong to Allah, the beneficent, the merciful. Allahumma rabbana taqabbal minna innaka antas samiul alim.
3 weeks ago, there was a convening in Côte d'Ivoire, in African Development Bank, and it is also on what we are discussing now. So I decided to show the slide. World Economic Forum, African Development Bank, Arabo Bank, Alliance for Green Revolution, that's AGRA, they are combining together and looking into strategies to be able to enhance food security in West Africa. The last time I looked at processing facilities in Nigeria, I spotted some processing facilities in Yobe, Zamfara. And for a government, if we really want to push food security in Nigeria, cassava is #1 in the whole world.
Followed by the welcome address of the National Amir of the Companion, Alhaji Thabit Adewale Shonaike, FCIB.
It is true pleasure for me to welcome you all to the 4th edition of the Companion National Discourse. With the noblest of greetings, as I say, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. The Companion, as most of you are aware, is a foremost-based non-governmental organization comprising Muslim men in business and the profession. Our members cut across virtually all professions and are committed to all-round human advancement based on Islamic values, for the ultimate goal of attaining Allah's pleasure. Our programs and activities are organized towards achieving this mission with focus on broad areas, namely dawah, that is propagation and enlightenment, education, economic empowerment, and strategic engagement for good governance. Economic growth and positive socio-economic development must translate to benefit of all people living in the country, especially the urban, poor, and rural dwellers.
Reacting to the lecture, the chairman of the occasion, OGBENI RAUF Adesoji AREGBESOLA, the immediate past governor of Osun State, engaged a speech on strategies for attaining food security in Nigeria.
We are challenged in Nigeria, and it's unfortunate that most people don't really appreciate how challenged we are. Over the years, since colonial period, there is this wrong notion that Nigeria is a rich country. And it's worrisome to me because, yes, probably I too had nursed that very, very false belief. So what we must first of all bear in mind is that we are a very, very poor nation. Deliberate assistance and investment should be made in livestock. Investment in cattle feeds will discourage grazing and the conflict engenders. Animal insurance scheme and soft loans to pastoralists will also buoy confidence and encourage bigger participation.
The main lecture of the day was delivered by Professor Fola Lasisi after a brief citation.
Professor Fola Lasisi was born on 23rd February 1943 in Odoshenlo Alaro, near Ijebu in the now Ijebu Northeast Local Government Area of Ogun State, Nigeria. He attended Yaba Technical Institute for Secondary Education, where he finished with distinction in June 1962.
The presentation is primarily to tell us that the idea of food security is nothing new. There is nothing new, but the credit to this organization is alerting us that we have disaster facing us. people talk about disaster in this country today, they are saying something else. We must solve the problem of hunger. We must make sure people live well in good houses. People go on good roads and so on, infrastructure. These are the things we should promote.
The delivery paved way to other erudite discussants to take a swipe on food security challenges in Nigeria and the way forward, and with more simplistic presentation by Otumba Femi Oke, Chairman All Farmers Association of Nigeria, who hinged on how Nigeria should concentrate more on value added and having elite farmers in the country.
We are real technical man. Government cannot work alone without all farmers. I'm the present chairman for the whole Southwest now, and I'm clamoring it for our government officials here to please live with us. An ordinary man cannot go to the government and get what he wants.
The keynote speaker of the day, Professor YEMI OSIBAJO, SAN, GCON, Vice President, Federal Republic of Nigeria, gave his address on self-sufficiency in food production in Nigeria, also providing a service center for farmers and having a GPRS plan, using that to track all the farmers to know where they are.
Self-sufficiency in food production has been a major pillar of our own administration's economic policy. By 2018, 103.8 billion is what we are putting in agriculture. And we've seen a tremendous growth in agricultural output. We've grown by 14.27%. That's 14.27% as of 2018. A critical component also of our agricultural program is what is called the green imperative. And I think this green imperative is particularly interesting. The main idea is to move from the prevailing basic form of agriculture to a much more mechanized system. We are at the best time in history, the very best time in history. Technology is on our side. All of the new inputs that increase acreage, increase yield, everything is available today. There is no time that is better than this time in the history of the world for achieving all of our own objectives as a nation and as a people.
In the absence of the Governor of Lagos State, His Excellency Babajide Olushola Sanwo-Olu, ably represented by Mrs. Elizabeth Adebumi Adekonye, Permanent Secretary Home Affairs, who delivered his address, and the Deputy Governor of Ogun State, Engineer Mrs. Noimo Salako Oyedele.
Let us imagine a world without food to appreciate the importance of the subject of food security, which is our focus at this very special gathering. If we can play up the word famine in our minds and imagine its psychological, sociological, and its economic effects on our society, then we will understand that food security is social security. Food security is central to our survival as a nation and will remain a major determinant of our viability as a nation. Our ability to grow and assume our rightful position as the pride of Africa and the capital of the black race is largely dependent on the stability of our nation. This implies that any issue that could impede our national security, our socio-economic development, and our industrial growth should be frontally addressed. Food security is a route to attaining these aspirations. Therefore, it must remain a prominent item on our national agenda.
I bring you good tidings from our amiable Governor of Ogun State, His Excellency Prince Dapo Abiodun, MFR, the government, and the people of Ogun State. The hosting of this event is a symbolic recognition of the fact that professionals with the same religious beliefs can also work together apart from giving spiritual upliftment, but also make their members aware of their roles in nation building. This is underscored by the fact that performing our roles in development of our various societies is also an act of worship in Islam. Prince Dapo Abiodun's government understands this importance, and that's why our mantra is for collective responsibility to nation building, and we call it Building Our Future Together.
Presentation of plaque to the Vice President of Nigeria was done by Alhaji Tunde Popola.
Sir, on behalf of the companion, this gold award is presented to you, Professor YEMI OSIBAJO, SAN, GCON, Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, in appreciation of your contribution to the success of our 4th National Discourse on Food Security. We thank you so much, sir.
On behalf of the Companion Association of Muslim Men, Business and the Profession, I have the privilege of presenting this recognition award to His Excellency OGBENI RAUF AREGBESOLA, former governor of the state of Osun, in appreciation of your contribution to the success of the 4th National Discourse on Food Security, dated this day, 11th day of the recorder 1440, corresponding to 14th July 2009. I was taking a cue from the Vice President. He used 10 years as reference. I'm also using 10 years as reference. Congratulations.
On behalf of the companions, sir, I present this plaque to Professor Fola Lasisi, FA Engineering, FNIAE, President Nigerian Academy of Engineering, and Pioneer Vice Chancellor, University of Uyo, in appreciation of your contribution to the success of our 4th National Discourse on Food Security. Dated this date, Al-Had, 11th Dhul-Qa'dah, 1440 AH, as Sunday, 14th July 2019.
Let us have a peep into the impression of guests and speakers as they share their thoughts.
I'm really very much impressed. I've had contacts with many of the organizers, and I know they are very serious people. This is a national assignment, in my opinion. It's a national call for duty. The government is already on way. They just need to add a few things to it, because it's clear this government is very serious about agriculture. Some of the areas we were worried about is what you mentioned. We didn't know. They don't give enough information. They have to do that. Mechanization, we felt, was falling behind. We have a group, the Institution of Agricultural Engineering. We are just exchanging some things on the WhatsApp last week. That the issue is that government is not giving out information on their mechanization programs so that we can have input. It's very important.
I'm so impressed to have seen Companion, which was a Muslim setup, to have organized this kind of food security. I can tell you, if I may not been, this will be first of its kind that I'm going to see in Nigeria. I've been a stakeholder in agribusiness for over 18 to 20 years, and I really commend them.
It's a good opportunity, at least speaking with a very large team of elites, people from the industry that are also qualified to set up their own agricultural businesses on their own. This is a good opportunity for all of us to entice people to go into agriculture as a business.
Well, the impression I have of today's program, it shows that even on the religious point of view, we are looking at agriculture as an area where we can develop the country. It does not matter whether we are Muslims or Christians or any other religion. It's that agriculture is the way to go.
Well, I would say that the program is, the Discourse program is one that we are proud to host as a university, because the only thing that can move this country forward is for us to continue to discuss about the situation or the happenings in the country, so that we'll be able to find solutions to the happenings and to move the nation forward. So I'm glad that we are hosting the program at a time like this.
Like I said, this program is very timely. The subject is very important to everybody. Food security is very important to Mr. President. And we have seen from what the Vice President said, and also what we are doing in our state, that the federal government's importance that has attached to it has also transcended to all the other states and and cascaded downwards. We are planning to support our farmers and also to bring in new people, young blood into the sector so that the sector will become sustainable and self-sustaining, and we're able to feed ourselves in Ogun State and ultimately be a net exporter of food to other states.
Planning for such event could not have come that easy. Kudos to the chairman of planning committee, Imam Najim Jimo, and his erudite team.
To Allah belong His praise. We plan to have this and Allah make it possible. And Allah make it to surpass our expectation. We thank Him for this.
I feel excited, I feel happy, I feel grateful to Almighty Allah for making today a successful day. Because for us to be able to bring this mammoth of a crowd of people and the number 2 citizen of Nigeria, it's a great achievement. God bless the companion, God bless Nigeria.
Uneasy lies the heir that wears the crown. Let us share in the joy of our national Amir for a well-organized 4th national discourse.
I feel elated, I feel happy, I feel fulfilled, and I feel satisfied that we've had the successful 4th national discourse.
We wish the companion more grace to their elbow in forging national cohesion with the annual discourse. Amen.